Cynthia Ann Layton here. Motivate yourself by questions and habits, positive ways. I find that questioning myself makes a difference, so I encourage you to question yourself. I find that asking good questions leads me to better answers. And habits such as asking myself good questions lead me to patterns that work for me. What kinds of questions do you ask yourself already? I find that I can figure that out in specific ways. For example, I want to be physically fit, but I overate at various events for 3 days. Friday, dinner with friends, Saturday, brunch with friends, Sunday while volunteering with a group and being with friends, eating. Okay, so what's the result? Extra weight. And I verified that on the scale. So one part there was asking myself to verify that I had a problem and getting in the habit of doing that. So what does it mean? It means that I'm now in the midst of a bunch of days where I've got to cut back on my calorie intake. I got to eat less calories. So I choose to ask myself how I'm going to handle the fact of having overeaten. I don't get down on myself. That's not what I'm doing this time here. I'm asking myself how I'm going to handle it. Because in looking at how I'm going to handle it, I looked back and realized I ate plenty of fruits and vegetables. So it's probably not all that bad for me if I correct the caloric intake part quickly. I want it to be a positive experience so that I see this as a celebration that doesn't lead to long-term consequences. I don't want to carry that food around for years, right? I want to have the habit of eating the right amount. And yet, in repeating the eating stuff for 3 days, I've got a new pattern that's going on right now. And I want to disrupt that. Obviously, there's got to be a balance. Calories in, calories out, extended. And clearly, I've got a need to act. So continuing my daily walk, which is I'm about to go and do now, it's a great step. And yet it's not likely to do a quick fix. I went for several walks yesterday, but it wasn't about doing a quick fix. I know I need to reduce the actual calories to do this in the short term. So today, I'm encouraging myself by eating protein that'll sustain me. Yesterday, I added in a big spinach salad because I love spinach salads. I ask myself questions so I can come up with a plan that's workable, like the protein, like the spinach, like the extra walks for a few calories. And some lifting over the weekend, lifting weights. But that's part of my normal routine. So I asked myself for a plan that's workable. I asked myself questions. And the plan that I came up with fits with the vision that I have of a fit and healthy body for me. So yesterday, amidst the cutting back on calories after 3 days in a row of being in a pattern habit of eating more, I realized I really wanted a treat. But instead of eating it, I made a plan. And so I'm headed to the movies this afternoon after my walk and a couple of little things, resting and all, for a different kind of treat. So are you really ready to motivate yourself? Are you willing to do so in positive ways? Well, that's how you're going to get patterns that work. That's how you get in the habit of asking yourself, how am I going to handle whatever it is that you just did? Because you know what? You're not going to be perfect because you're human. And we humans, we need to learn to celebrate. We need to celebrate even our mistakes. As long as we get back on track, it's okay to make mistakes. So can you imagine yourself celebrating a setback in a way that gets you to results in a fun way? I picked the movies, and I picked it today, not yesterday, because today's half price day at the movies. So I'm being reasonable here. I like to do movies, but I like to do them on the day where they're half price, because I'm not on a schedule where I've got to do it on the weekend or something like that. If you're ready for positive answers, maybe you can find that your dreams don't fit into the mainstream. Maybe you don't have to do your stuff on the weekends. Maybe you can go for the discounts like on the movies. You can do that in many ways, in Well, maybe your dream's starting a side gig or a business that turns into something so that when you're, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100, you'll still be enjoying it for a little bit every week and having, income coming in as a result. So, you've got dreams, right? And you know what you want. Well, grab what you want. Allow yourself to build patterns that work. Allow yourself to get into a good habit of asking questions, like how am I going to handle how I messed up on this? And celebrating, well, yourself, your patterns. And you know what? I really am grateful that I know that I want to be physically fit. That is one of my dreams. And I appreciate myself for doing the work I need to do to move in that direction despite setbacks. And it looks like today is such a spectacular day that I'm really looking forward to my walk being now. Thanks for being here. This is Cynthia Ann Layton. Got dreams? Make them reality. Stick around. Subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate you being here.